Thank you Squarespace for sponsoring this video. Well, on that note, I'm moving into a new apartment. It's the same apartment building, it's just a different room. It's like marginally bigger, but it makes all the difference. And I wanted to make a video about it, but I didn't want to make a video like about it, you know? So let's answer some questions. Will you ever come back to Australia to live out the remainder of your days? It seems all your best opportunities are overseas in Japan. The remainder of my days. Sounds like life is over at 29. As soon as I'm allowed to go back to Australia without a quarantine being necessary, I'll be booking a flight. I've got a job here in Japan and I can't willingly get 4 weeks plus 1 day off to see my family for 1 day, you know what I mean? Quarantine on either side. So yeah, I'd love to go back to Australia. The remainder of my days, I don't know. I don't really think that far in the future, but for now I'm just happy in Japan, doing what I'm doing, traveling around. When can we expect to see some sweet DJI FPV footage in your videos? That will be when I figure out how to fly the damn thing. It's very difficult. Holy shit. I was not expecting FPV to be this tough, even though, I mean, I know that everybody and their dog has told me that it's difficult, but I didn't really believe them. I was like, I'm a good drone flyer, what do you mean? Yeah, it's difficult. It's unlike any other drone I've ever flown before in my life. It's completely different. Hopefully sometime soon I will make a whole video on like my learning process. Stay tuned sometime in the next 6 months. I forgot to take my shoes off. Oh. What's your top tip for someone who wants to make cinematic content like you? I would say, just practice, man. I don't know, it's a really lame answer, I think, but there's no secret to like improving fast. It's practice, it's smart practice, it's learning your mistakes, going back and watching your old videos and seeing what worked and what doesn't. Like now when I watch my videos, I learned that speed ramps really don't work. Cutting things to the music isn't always a good thing. And as long as you're working hard at it and you're enjoying it in the process, they'll improve. I mean, people in my last video, they were like, oh no, RIP to the plant that's gonna be living in here and it won't get enough sunlight. Suck it, look at this plant, it's beautiful. Hey Hannah, if you could change something about the society you live in, currently in Japan, like kicking off some progression in any field, which 3 topics could that be? Greetings from Germany. Great question. Off the top of my head, the first one that comes to mind would be like progression in awareness of like sexual harassment and sexual assault and changing the, what's that called? The kind of attitude towards it and what is considered consent and what isn't. And I've seen a little bit of progression in that field so far, which I posted on Twitter and Instagram, but yeah, a little more of that would be cool. Another thing would be maybe vegan, vegetarian, non-eating animals kind of stuff. That'd be cool to see some progression there. And the last thing, something xenophobia. I don't know. I haven't thought about that one too much, but yeah, something like that. Asked, can I get an autograph from you next time I come to Japan? Yeah, of course you can. If you ever see me like hanging out with friends or something like that, and like you feel like I'm like nervous and shy to ask for an autograph, that's the best time to ask, because then I look cool in front of my friends. One of the great parts about this apartment compared to my previous apartment is that it has a cupboard for storage. And I know it sounds kind of crazy that an apartment kitchen wouldn't have a cupboard for storage, but no, welcome to Japan, where the kitchens are tiny. So unreasonably small. that. Ah! Ooh! Hi, I always love to watch your videos. They're beautiful. My question is, do you ever feel awkward filming people outside in the streets? Have you ever had negative comments? If so, how did you deal with them? Have you ever had negative comments relating to like me filming other people? No, I think I generally give off a kind of non-threatening aura. I mean, I don't really film people per se, like I'll film like an environment or a landscape or something like that, and there might be a person in the shot, but I don't like specifically film their face or like zoom in on people doing things. So no, I haven't had any like negative comments like that, which is good. Vlogging around my friends, however, that's completely different because they will see me again and they will make fun of me. But that's fine. You just gotta learn to laugh at yourself and just accept the fact that vlogging is kind of cringe sometimes, you know? That's a fact of life. Coffee. Coffee, coffee, coffee. Go, 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 go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Something about if I could not leave the country because of the pandemic, like so, what country would be best to travel around in just within the country? Honestly, I'd probably say America. You guys have so much, such a diverse variety of landscapes, and you've got like beaches and deserts and rainforests and mountains, and there's so much. America has so much stuff. I would go to America. Yeah. See, this is always the struggle that I get when I'm moving. Like, I never know where I want things to go. Like, I want everything to be organized, but I've got no idea on how to make that happen. Oh no. All right. Somebody asked, what are the top 3 places that you've been to in Japan? Oh shit. Number 1, I would say Mount Tsurugi in Tokushima, like Shikoku. That whole area is just so beautiful. Second, I would say Kawaguchiko is one of my favorite places ever. So stunning. You know what really that's like super standy outy for me right now? Maybe Amami? Somebody asked, when you're filming your trips, does it take away from your experience or does it add to it? Yeah, I've thought about this quite a bit actually, and I feel like it actually helps me enjoy the trip even more because, I don't know where to put this. There's so many more like aspects of enjoyment to it. Being able to get a really beautiful video of it, or a really incredible photo of it, being able to capture exactly that kind of feeling that I get when I'm on the trip, that in itself brings me so much joy. And so when I go on the trips and when I get these shots, I'm having more fun than I would have if I wasn't filming it, basically. I mean, definitely sometimes like, yeah, I don't get to enjoy those fleeting moments as much, but I get to enjoy it again when I get to like edit the footage and edit the photos and that kind of thing. So it kind of adds like another layer of enjoyment to me. So it only brings me more joy, which is good. I haven't decided where I want to put the desk. Maybe there? Feng shui. If the energy of the room is flowing this way, I don't want the desk there. Is the chair gonna be in the way? Is that gonna, I don't know. This room is slightly bigger. I might actually have some space for something. Oh, what is that even like? I knew that this question would come up, and it's actually probably, oh shit, probably a good thing that it's come up because I think it's probably about time that I clear the air. Hold on, you can't see me. I'm not even in frame right now. People have been wondering, like obviously Yosshi has not been in my videos for a while. We don't live in the same apartment anymore. So in short, the answer is no, we're no longer together anymore. I'm not asking for your sympathy or anything like that. I'm totally fine. We actually broke up about 6 months ago. It was 100%, it was the right decision for us. I won't go into like the details of why we broke up and that kind of thing, because that's for us to know. But I'm sorry, I'm only out of breath because I just moved my desk. It's got nothing to do with the subject matter. Yeah, I thought about like making a video being like, we broke up, we're no longer together, or blah, 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 but it all kind of felt a bit like clickbaity, and I didn't want people to think that I'm just trying to use our relationship as a way to make money or a way to get attention or that kind of thing. And it all just kind of felt a bit weird because I was like, this is my private life, I don't have to share this. And now I'm understanding why a lot of YouTubers make those like we broke up videos. I mean, obviously money, that's one thing. I'm sure it would get a lot of views, but people will keep asking, and it's kind of awkward, or it can be upsetting for some people if they don't like talking about it, to keep being reminded of the fact that you're no longer together. But yeah, anywho, long story short, we're no longer together. I'm totally fine. This was 100% the best decision we could have made, and I'm very, 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 very happy where I'm at right now. Sorry, just one more thing I forgot to say. If you're a big fan of my content and thus you are following Yosshi on either YouTube or Instagram, please don't like unfollow him like in spite of everything. Like, he's really talented. I wish him the best. We don't hate each other or anything. We're just no longer together. So if you do really like his content, please continue to enjoy it. But yeah, that's all. Cool. I hope that clears things up for you guys. Fits in nicely. That's the feng shui. Not bad. Okay. Feng shui isn't terrible. How has Japan changed since before you could speak Japanese and now after you can speak Japanese? Well, first things first, I should say I'm definitely not fluent with my current ability. I can understand most things that are said to me. I don't know if I'm in frame still. Here I am. I can understand most things that people have said to me. Oh, that was a good crack. But I would not say that I'm fluent at all. But however, I will say studying Japanese and like learning more Japanese is probably the number one best thing that you can do if you're coming to live in Japan, and it will make your life so much easier. Holy crap, things will frustrate you less. You'll understand the reason for why people do things, the reason for why people say things. Honestly, like one of my friends that are living in Japan that don't speak any Japanese, every time they will complain to me about something that's frustrating about living in Japan, 80% of the time it's something that can be explained or something that would have been easy to understand if that person spoke Japanese or spoke more Japanese than they already know, kind of thing. So Japan has changed drastically since understanding more and more Japanese as the longer I'm here. Moji's cage now is a little elevation. Yeah, she's in there somewhere. Maybe she's just sleeping. Oh, she's done it. So it's like 5 p.m. right now, and I've eaten 0 vegetables for the day. I've just eaten chips as my lunch today, so I'm gonna make a smoothie. And while I do, I'm gonna let VoiceOver Hannah talk about this video's sponsor, Squarespace. Hi guys, VoiceOver Hannah here. If you've started a new venture this year, like you wanna show off your photography portfolio, start a blog, or you just wanna look more professional online, then a website's definitely the best way to do that. But if you're like me and you don't know anything about coding, then look no further than Squarespace. Squarespace has an all-in-one platform that helps you create your own beautiful website, and it's easier to do than the smoothie I'm trying to make right now. Just put that floor carrot in there, nice. They've got a bunch of features on there to help you run your own business, like creating a comment section for your blog. You can connect your social media accounts so that people can see your updated work, and you can even track the analytics of your site so that you can see things like where people are viewing it from and from what device and all that helpful kind of information. From personal experience, as someone who's not really a businessy person, who kind of just jumped headfirst into the business world, Squarespace was actually a breeze to use, and it made me feel very professional, at least on the internet. So if you'd like to get started, go to squarespace.com/currentlyhannah for 10% off your first purchase of a domain or a website, or you can just use the code currentlyhannah. Yeah. Delicious. Thanks Squarespace for sponsoring this video. That was weird. Okay. No idea what I'm doing right now, but somebody asked me, what country would you visit to most? Like what country is like on your list, like your number one of my list? The number one of my list is Iceland. Obviously Iceland is a freaking beautiful, incredible country. And they just had like a volcanic eruption recently. It's all over my Instagram and I'm very jealous. I mean, it's not perfect, but that's gonna have to do. That's pretty much everything's been moved to the apartment. There's like a couple of little things like decorations and stuff for the wall, but yeah, everything's looking good. I'm so happy to be in a new room. Wow, it feels so different, honestly. It's like, what is that saying? Like, change is as good as a holiday, something like that. Oh good, we are still recording, this is nice. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope that you liked it. Thanks for all of your questions. I hope that you enjoyed this little life update, Q&A, new room. Also, check it, look at my pillow, isn't this awesome? My friends in Australia sent me this when they heard the news that I was single. It's actually very comfortable, like that. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.